because you're like that, you're a certain age, and that's what you do. But people people can do the same thing sometimes. They don't have to be stereotyped. And men can be very patronising.
Yeah.
Because they will, it's the old-fashioned idea which they had probably in the 40s and 50s when woman stays at home, looks after the babies, and she doesn't go back. But the women today are all, I mean, look, did you watch the TV debates last night?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, that Nicola Sturgeon, she was very good, wasn't she?
Yeah,
the
she was.
Scots one. I mean, she's no threat because she wants Scots.
Yeah.
But she was actually.
She was, and you wouldn't have seen, but on the internet they were really, they were calling her all sorts of names,
really?
and yeah, they were calling her a lovely lass and like good old dear, and like.
You see, these are the things that women don't like. It's like lovely, like when you hear members of Parliament, they wouldn't say to a man, "You're a lovely lad."
No, they wouldn't.
Well, they might like it, but if it's said by another man to another man, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the other way round. Hello.
What makes you feel weak? Like in any sense. I asked Nana and she was like, I don't know whether to answer physically or mentally or like whatever. I was like, just whatever you think. It doesn't have to be deep. It can be really, really.
Makes me feel weak. Honestly. Work. And lack of sleep. Make me feel weak because I just go back into bed and I'm really tired because I feel so weak. Makes me feel walking for long distances. Yeah. And also like mentally weak. If like something bad's happened, it makes me feel mentally weak. When I feel upset, mentally weak.
That's cool. Thank you.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's cool. That's all you've got. That's cool. Like.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you have a debate? Have a debate about what makes you weak.
So what makes you weak then, Sam?
Uni.
Yeah, no, that's a bit.
Walking. Depressing things. Upsetting things make me weak. When bad things happen.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Makes me weak.
When bad things happen. Weak in what way?
Weak in the sense I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay in bed forever.
Oh, that's quite. She's giving you quite a lot of information there. Did I give you a spoon?
What did you say? I give you a spoon.
Are you recording that? I don't know you're recording.
Do I give you a spoon?
I don't know you're you can't tell me these things. Oh. Okay, I won't mention it. How do I know you're recording that? You should stop it.
I'll keep it.
I'll keep it going.
Okay.
What makes you weak?
So, have you finished? What made you weak? What was the...
Sad thing. Like, mentally weak.
That you feel that you don't want to do anything?
Yeah.
So what would you do then? You would retire to your room or just sit down and...
My bed.
You go to bed? But you couldn't do that when you were at uni.
I can. Go to my bed at uni. Something to do at the end of the day.
And does that make you feel better when you're there?
What if I said it slightly differently? Because Nana said there's a different kind. Maybe I meant inferior kind of weak.
What makes me feel inferior?
Patronising. You're going to take her answer.
No, that is true.
But that's general, isn't it?
When people make comments, okay, so I'll give you an example. My friend Ashley is a health freak, an absolute health freak, and whenever anyone eats anything in my house, she'll be like, that looks so nice, that looks so lovely. And then she'll make comments like, oh, you love your pasta, don't you? Because she won't eat pasta, she won't touch pasta. And we all just sit there and we're like, that is just so patronising. And we all feel like we can't even eat it. So no one eats in front of her. It's really bad.
But why is she saying that? Is she saying that because
She's doing it because she thinks she's being nice and she doesn't realise that actually she's being ridiculously patronising.
Does she say it because she thinks pasta isn't good for you?
Yeah, she doesn't think it's good for you. She would never eat it with you. She wouldn't eat carbs. But she thinks by saying it to us, that, oh, your food looks so lovely. She thinks it's being she doesn't realise it's not being nice,
No.
it's being patronising.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah, well, there's all different forms, isn't there?
Yeah.
And it's the one we were talking about in Parliament. There's a lot of this going on because there's very few women MPs, and the men treat them in a you know the word disparaging. You do in disparaging manner to sort of make them feel small.
Yeah.
That's
She makes us feel small.
because really it's only in the past few years that women have taken the managerial roles, and like you saw that what's her name what was her name, the Scottish one, Nicola Sturgis. Did you see the debate last night? I mean, she's very good. She was very good, and she's and also I mean, you don't remember, you weren't born, but Margaret Thatcher was very. We used to call her like a man. I mean, she took charge. But women were never encouraged. I mean, Margaret Thatcher often said afterwards that she was knocked down. They tend to push you down. It's as if they allow you to get so far.
That's the thing, though. Why was she considered to be like a man in order to be powerful?
That's right. Well, this is it. Because men have always taken power. Because over the years, men have always been the breadwinners. You know, they've always been the ones that would go out to work and women would stay at home and look after the children. And so they were always in charge. But now you get the women who are better, quite honestly, at being in charge. And a lot of the men don't like it. This is what happens in Parliament. This is why they called her a lass, a wee lass.
Yeah,
And that is demeaning, isn't it? That's another word for it, demeaning, because that makes you feel demeaned when people talking down to you.
Yeah.
And assuming that because you're a certain age, you see, if you're quite young, they can assume that you're not intelligent enough or old enough to do things. It's like this. We're talking about giving the vote to 16-year-olds. You've heard about that? And they said a lot of 16-year-olds shouldn't have the vote because they're not able to understand. And quite honestly, listening to quite a few of them on the TV and whatever, they're quite understanding. They've read a bit about politics.
Yeah, adults that are idiots.
That's
don't
right.
you?
You get a lot of idiots and like dopey people. And they want what amuses me, they want everyone to vote. I mean, when I think of some people that talk like that, and you see, you know.
Won't transcribe that bit.
Talk like that. They don't talk like that. I mean, you know, you think to yourself, well, have they got the mentality to vote? So I think some of these young people.
I'll get it.
Okay. It might be one of these scammy nuisance calls which drive
Bet
me
it's
crackers.
Oh, if it's Auntie Mo,
No, it's not.
could have a word.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Oh, no, she's good at that.
But it's only one question.
Oh, she's probably in the middle of doing it.
She thinks the question's going to be, what age does Mother Kay look? Okay, wait.
She say something
Can you
dark.
talk now, or do you want to call us back in a minute? Mum? You still there?
She's hung up on you.
Mum?
That's what makes her
Are you
weak.
still there?
Answer the question.
Do you want to call us back in a minute? And then that's loud, like maybe speak to her first. Nervous, I would say.
Yeah.
She'll tell you it's her bad back.
Hi, Auntie Mo, it's Lizzie. How are you? Lizzie? I'm good, thank you. I was phoning for a slightly strange reason. I'm doing an art project at the moment, and it involves me speaking to lots of different female members of my family. And so I phoned you. I'm doing work based on weaknesses, like surrounding women and how they feel that they're weak. And I was wondering if I could ask you what makes you feel weak.
What makes me feel weak?
Yeah, just in general, like any kind of weakness. I've just asked Nana, and she thought she wasn't sure whether to like say emotional, like physical weakness, and so I just said really whatever comes to mind.
Yes. Well, yes, it's sometimes emotional, and sometimes when I do too much, I get, the reaction I get is weakness afterwards.
Yeah.
It comes from old age as well, because I'm an old lady.
Yeah.
So that makes you weak. illness can make you weak.
Yeah.
You know, all sorts of things, I suppose, really.
Yeah, Nana kind of mentioned, she mentioned when people patronise her, and is that kind of a universal thing? Do you think you agree?
No, it doesn't make me weak.
No.
Makes me angry.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me weak. No, when somebody patronises me, it makes me very angry.
That's it. See, that's interesting because she said that it's kind of an inferiority thing, but
Oh no.
not so.
I don't have an inferiority complex,
Yeah.
and it makes me angry, so it doesn't make me weak. No.
Yeah, that's really
No.
interesting.
Yeah.
How different people see it, but no.
Yes. Well, different. Yeah, you know, everybody feels, I suppose, differently, really.
Yeah. But no, thank you.
It's a very strange subject to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit strange. It's kind
have an inferiority complex, and because of that, they would take it out on a woman and try and make her feel small, because they have this complex. It makes them feel better, makes them feel superior. That is true.
No,
Do you know who's a bit like that? Your grandpa. He was.
Was she?
He was. He was very much. I think it was because he.
Not sure.
Not sure.
Okay. Mum. Hello.
Oh, you must just thought something.
Hi, I'm going to put you on the phone to Lizzie. Hang on a sec.
She said, "Auntie."
She's hanging on a sec.
Hi, is it alright if I have you on loudspeaker?
Yes, lovely.
Thank you. This is a bit weird, I'm not gonna lie.
You are a bit weird, yeah.
I know, that's what Mum said when I told her. I was like, Mum, do you mind if I phone up her? And she was like, it's fine. And I was like, they won't think I'm weird. She was like, no, they will, but they know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We know. Okay, lovely. What do you want to ask me?
Okay, I wanted to ask you, what makes you feel weak? Like, in the sense of kind of, not so much like physical weakness, just like inferior and that kind of weak thing. I've already asked Nana, and just like as an idea, she said it's when she's patronised, that kind of thing.
Yeah, or what makes me feel weak,
Yeah.
but not when you're ill, like lack of sleep weak.
Yeah, that as well, just like anything, to be honest.
Right. Well, very much when you've had lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Because when you're tired, obviously, then your blood pressure's low and you feel really weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, I suppose if, say, I'm working and a client comes in and is extremely rude,
Yeah.
I guess that, in a sense, would make it another one, and it sort of makes you feel really small and little. You can be really patronising towards you, so something like that.
Yeah. So
Or
like
makes you feel,
yeah, like a lack of respect.
yeah.
Yeah.
What else would make you feel weak? No, a male member of your... Hold on, I'm putting you on loudspeaker. Makes you feel... You should pretend he's a female member of the family.
I will.
Knowledge when someone asks you a question, you don't know the answer because you don't have the knowledge to answer it.
That is a really good point. Yeah. Who was that?
Well,
Hearing that a bit of jealousy that other people have done things that are really good, and you don't feel you could do that, so you feel weak.
Yeah. That's a really interesting one, actually.
Good one.
Sophie said good one.
Has he changed his sex? Has he another
Yeah. Can I pretend that he's a woman? Is that right?
he is a woman, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I am a woman, I am.
Yeah.
I'm laughing now. Do you need any more answers?
No, that was really great. Thank you. I've got loads. I'll put you back onto Sophie.